Arigatou gozaimasu.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Thank you very much, Ryojanshi, for joining with us today. So as always, we have a couple of questions ready for you to get your advice, to get your guidance, especially for the young people in our country who's going to listen to this special episode. So as a Buddhist, I have been actually asked many times, what is Buddhism? How do you define Buddhism? And I have a lot of non-Buddhist friends as well. But whenever this question was asked from me, I never knew how to answer or how to put it in a very simpler way. What is your view on it? How do you define Buddhism?
Buddhism is a way of life. There are numerous ways of life that we can, numerous lifestyles that we can adopt, we can choose to live. Say for an example, to be happy, some people choose to be happy by helping others, while some people do the same by bullying others.
Yeah.
So obviously there are numerous lifestyles that we can adopt.
Yeah.
So Buddhism is also a lifestyle that we can adopt. Adopting means that we learn the Buddhism, the Buddhist way of life, and then we put that into practice in our daily lives. If it is not practiced, then it is not, we cannot say that it is Buddhism, or we cannot say that that particular person is a Buddhist. So practice is a must. So this practice is very simple. As a concept, it's very simple. It is to refrain doing harmful things to yourself and to others. At the same time, to engage in things that would benefit both you and others. But it does not end at that point. As Buddhists, we consider that it is our duty to encourage, guide others to perform, practice this path, what we just talked about. So when we try to practice this, refrain from the harmful things and to engage in the benefiting things, then this does not mean only the physical acts. So this includes our physical deeds as well as our thoughts, what we think. But as common human beings, it's not easy for us to do this. To talk is easy. As a concept, it's very simple. But to put this into practice, we need some sort of support. As Buddhists, especially in our tradition, the primordial Buddhism, we consider that being faithful, embracing the faith, the Shraddha, is important. Shraddha, or the faith, is a state of no doubt, that where we do not doubt what our teacher, the Buddha, has taught. The teacher, his teachings, and also the community that follows, practice those teachings. So if we have the faith, if we take refuge in these three with faith, then this faith is not merely an emotion. Faith is a power that we have, because this is a chaotic world. So some might say that it's a very common emotion, common feeling, the faith. But faith is a power in this sort of a chaotic world. It's not easy to uphold, to doubt. So being faithful is a sort of power, kind of a superpower that we have. When we engage in what Buddha taught together with that faith, then we can step by step go into the deeper levels of, let's say, for an example, I said that it's not merely the actions, not merely the physical actions, but also the how our mind works.
Yeah.
Also is considered in this
Yeah.
in this context. So when we try to engage in that practice, to refrain from the harmful things and to embrace the benefiting things, then together with the faith, together with the power of faith, then we can explore the deeper levels of our mind, and then we can find the ultimate enlightenment. Some people might say that inner peace, the realization, we can call it by many terms, but this bliss of happiness can be found. So this is how we can define what Buddhism is in a simple way, how it begins, what we should do, and what we can get out of that.
Yeah. So you talk about attaining a certain inner peace when you practice Buddhism. So can it relate to once becoming a Buddha as well? Because that concept within Buddhism, what we know at the moment is it's a very deep concept. If someone is going to attain the Buddhahood, it's a very deep concept. But how would you explain in the primordial Buddhism? What is it that, how can an ordinary person maybe can obtain this Buddhahood? You know, it could be a person who's maybe, you know, working 9 to 5 or a housewife, or it could be anybody, right?
Yes.
But how do you define that obtaining? Is it even possible?
Yes. If the question is it possible? The answer is yes. I might also say yes, and why not? Because the Buddha declares himself as a common, ordinary human being. When he was asked the question, who are you? Are you a god? Are you a Brahmin? Then he answers this question saying that I am a human being. And also then, despite being the royalty, he invites, he accepts people from all the castes, all the so-called castes from in his contemporary time into his community, the Sangha. And so he embraces, he established this fact that all human beings are equal. So if he declares himself to be a human being, and also the Buddha teaches that all human beings are equal, then if one human being can attain the Buddhahood, then another person, of course, can attain the Buddhahood. But, of course, if anybody raise this question in today's world, saying that can I become the Buddha? Then if we say that yes, according to the primordial Buddhism, yes, then they might be surprised or maybe shocked. Can I become a Buddha? So that this means, can that person also could become the Buddha?
Is it really true?
Yes, because we know that deep within, we may have negative feelings, we may have negative emotions and thoughts. So can people impure like us could become Buddhas? The answer is actually yes. The possibility is there. It is possible. The possibility is there that we can attain the Buddhahood. Because even in the Lotus Sutra, the Buddha grants his sort of a transmission to his disciples to become Buddhas in future times, in kalpas, in future eras to come. And also then this transmission becomes usually, when it's like nominating or appointing a special someone out of the crowd to become the Buddha. But in the case of Lotus Sutra, the whole multitude the whole gathering was given a general transmission that one day you will all become Buddhas. It's not a specific transmission, it's a general transmission. So in the teachings of the Lotus Sutra, this fact is established that anyone has the potential to become the Buddha. So when I said that we have the possibility, the possibility is there, it's actually about the potential. But even though we have the potential, say for an example, you have a very beautiful voice. That does not mean that you would certainly become a world famous singer. You have the potential, but there are certain factors that we should fulfill to make that potential a possibility. So likewise, we have to follow the teachings of the Buddha, the teachings of our mentor, without doubt, then again with faith and Shraddha. It is very important. It's like, again, if we take an example, let's say there's a famous mountain everyone would like to trek, and people are trying to climb to the apex of this mountain, and then, several people tries and someone achieve this. And when that person achieves, he can guide the others. So not to go astray, not to not to lose their way. So he might give us bearings like to take the left turn from this rock formation, to take the right turn from that tree. So that's why we need the faith, the Shraddha. So we have to follow these instructions, follow these teachings, doctrines exactly. Then, of course, if we follow those instructions, we can find that enlightenment.
It's a very interesting topic, I would say. And if you look at from a current society perspective, we are ordinary people, right? And you know, we have a lot of emotions going on as well. And at the same time, there's an option for you to, you know, practice the Bodhisattva path and actually attain the Buddhahood as well. But that path can always, you know, hinder with the, you know, the physical emotions that we have. And anger is actually one such, I would say, a dangerous emotion maybe, right? And because we see a lot of, you know, things that are happening in the society just because, you know, someone is getting angry, right? So what is your guidance or the advice maybe that you can give to the society on controlling this anger?
All right. So, and before we come to this anger management part, let me add something to my earlier explanation that actually the word Buddha means the enlightened one, the enlightened one. So the Buddha's intention of preaching his Dharma is to guide all the living beings to encounter, to experience the same bliss, the same happiness that he encountered. This is another unique point of Buddhism, because in some religions, in some beliefs, people cannot become the followers can never be like their leader or become the Almighty. But in Buddhism, the Buddhahood is open for everyone. It's up to us to go there. And then, like you just asked, yes, we have a lot of negative factors. So we should get rid of those. And then coming to this part, the anger management. Yes, anger anger has been a big issue in today's world, because starting from families to neighborhoods, and then to society, and between countries and regions, these anger issues are there. So it's a global concern, I think, that this anger management. So to start this, I can say that anger is a very common human, very usual human emotion. So in my personal opinion, I think that we should not be embarrassed of anger. Anyone can, anyone can manifest anger. Even I think I also have that anger. I get angry sometimes when some people ask me questions. I was joking. So yes, anger. We all have anger.
Yeah.
And also then there are methods. I have seen that in psychological approach, in sociological approaches, there are anger management methods that people have experienced, people have developed over many centuries. There are such methods, like some people when they are angry, they try to count from 1 to 10, then 10 to 1, and then punch the guy. So still it hasn't worked. But maybe there are people who manage their anger in that sort of methods. But anger also has several levels. So when things have gone deep rooted, so they are the anger could not be controlled by that sort of methods. And then again we try to suppress the anger. At the same time, some people express and some people suppress the anger. And sometimes in the society also, when people suppress the anger, they get praised, like, all right, he was patient, she was patient, she had her mouth shut. But then that, even though they suppress it from that point, it converts into another sort of energy, and they just let it go in another place. So that sort of anger issues are there. So is it okay to express the anger then? Because suppressing does not work. It will set loose at somewhere else. So expressing the anger has also certain levels. So we need to express the anger in a healthy way, because we can express the anger in I can punch someone, I can yell at someone, I can injure someone or kill someone even. So to express the anger in a healthy way, there's a key point in this, that we should not let this anger control us. We should not let this anger take over us. So as we started the conversation, the anger is there in all of us. We all have this anger. And the anger gets triggered time to time with some factors. But we sometimes attribute these trigger points to outside factors. Say for an example, sometimes there are people, their mere presence, even they have not spoken to us, but their mere presence makes me uncomfortable. So my anger triggers. So I develop a hatred towards that particular person. But the problem within lies within my own mind. It's not his or her problem that I'm getting triggered. The seed of this anger, the root cause, lies within me. So if I turn this anger into a hatred towards someone else, it's like you drinking the poison and expecting someone else to die. So we should understand this. That's why we need to treat these seeds that lies within us. Another example would be, are you afraid of cockroaches?
Yes, very much.
Really?
The flying ones are the worst.
Yes, exactly. The same. Yes. An ordinary non-flying cockroaches are okay with me.
Manageable.
But
But the
yes.
flying ones are.
So the anger is somewhat like this, like cockroaches. You know that cockroaches comes into our dwellings, our room, when there are dark corners, when there are dark and let's say filthy corners are there. They inhabit those places and then they come out at the right time to scare us off. So we can, of course, we can kill or chase away, which I usually do not do because I run away when they appear. So we can, in each case that they come out, we can react to that.
Yeah.
But it's like expressing or suppressing the anger without treating the root, without removing the seed.
Yeah.
But what we should do is we can light up those corners, we can clean those untidy corners, and then there will be no spaces for that sort of cockroaches to appear or to hide.
I think that's an absolutely amazing example. It's very simple. I think it's a common thing in the society if you ask about a cockroach. And relating that into how you should be controlling your anger, I think it's beautifully put together.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Then again, there will be a problem that how we can light up these corners, that how can we, because we are talking about our mind actually, not about where we live. So this is where meditation comes in. There are several ways of meditating. In our primordial Buddhism, Honmon Butsuryushu tradition, we do the vocal meditation of reciting Namu Myoho Renge Kyo. It's a vocal meditation. So even by this vocal meditation, what we are doing is we are purifying our thoughts. And where there are voids, we fill up those voids with the good energy, the good vibration, the positive thoughts and emotions, so that there will be no voids and those cockroach kind of things could not exist or could not get in. So that's how we should deal with anger, because merely suppressing it would merely be transporting that anger
energy
to another place, maybe with an increased amount of negative energy in it. So we should treat this seed, we should remove that. That's how we should look at the anger management in Buddhist point of view. And chanting the Namu Myoho Renge Kyo as a vocal meditation is what we do at our temples, not only to eliminate the anger, but also to eliminate all that sort of negative emotions.
So deviating the question a little bit, I thought I'll ask you about a very common situation that we hear, that we see in our society today, is about breakups, love affairs, breaking up with another, loved person. It could be in the younger generation, or it could be even in the, adult generations as well. And I think if you compared our societies long back versus now, I think we are getting into a way of, if the personalities are not matching, then, we are letting go. And sometimes, and sometimes, because it depends the way you react to those breakups or any split ups, it really depends on one's personality. And what is your opinion about it? How do you what is that guidance that we can give to a person who's going through a breakup from a vision of the Buddha, that how do you accept it? How do you react to it positively?
I see. Yes, I think that it's something that we should discuss, because there are a lot of we just discussed about the anger issues.
Yeah.
So sometimes I have met and I have discussed some issues that especially the youth is facing, that that sort of anger issues have been the cause of breakups, and sometimes breakups have been
Caused.
the issue,
Yeah.
caused the anger issues. So it's not just the anger issues. Then there have been cases of hate speech, then defamation cases, and revenge.
Yeah.
So it leads to many levels. So it's something that it's something that we should give our focus into, and it's like a social disease.
Yeah, I think we can
mental,
put it that way. Yep.
mental disease, because it spreads, and it spreads negative impacts. So ultimately the society is getting unhealthy. So that's something that we should address. So breakup, let's say before coming to the breakup part, so breaking, the term that we use as breakup is being breaking up or splitting up with a loved one. So before the breakup, there's the loving phase, actually, the meeting up and getting attracted to, and then they share
building
and enjoy.
relationship.
Building the relationship is there. So that part, let me say, that part is like you have an empty wall, and you paint a beautiful picture on a frame, and you fix the picture, that fixture into your wall. It's like installing. And then breaking up is like tearing that apart. So no matter how carefully or how hastily we take this off, we tear this off, the wall, once the empty wall, would never be the same. Because there are damages. Those damages should be treated. So that's how we should look at the breakups. We might simply say that, oh, it's all right, let it go. But it doesn't go. It doesn't disappear. It doesn't fade away just like that. The deep running wounds remains. And then those wounds would come back to hurt. And then when they hurt, their emotions and actions would come out as outputs. And those outputs would certainly be negative to the society. Not just for that particular person, for his family, and then his closest people, and then ultimately to the society. So we should guide them to heal those wounds. In here, what we are doing with the vocal meditation of reciting the Namo Myoho Renge Kyo is a deep cleansing of these thoughts. And when we do these cleansing, of course, the wounded parts will also be cleansed, and then the wound, because even a physical wound, we should clean it before we tend the medication. So we clean, we have the cleansing, and then we treat, we apply the medication. So that's what happens with our recitation, the vocal meditation. Those deep wounds will be healed. That sort of treatment should be there for someone to recover from a breakup. Because of course there are people who recovers, there are a lot of people who recover, but the deep deep down the wounds will be there. Those wounds will tend to give negative outputs time to time. The scary part is that the people who are suffering from that there will be a certain time after some time, they do not recognize where these negative outputs are coming, like where the roots are. So they might think that, yeah, they are all right, I had a breakup, I have moved on.
Yeah. But deep down.
But deep down, the wounds are there. So deep cleansing and that sort of deep treatment is necessary.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think that actually comes to the end of our session today. Thank you very much. I think it was absolutely amazing conversation that I had with you today. I really enjoyed it. So with that, thank you very much. We hope to see you soon again.
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。